Hi, welcome to my Munros challenge. So I've nipped back to Scotland for a couple of days. So today walking day number 61, route number 70, Beinn, Namain, which is the notched hill, and Beinn, which is the butter hill. Good forecast today. Come up for a couple of days walking. Can't wait. I parked at a very expensive car park at the side of Loch Long, and I'm just heading up through the woodland now. Very faint path, very steep. The path meanders up through this this forest. It's quite an indistinct path at first. You've got to be careful not to miss it, and you do keep coming across these concrete bollard things. There's one there under the undergrowth. It looks like the remains of some maybe pylon footing or something like that. So we've reached this fire break track, which we're not going to take. We're going to actually go straight across and straight up through the steep forest again. Very steep going. Wow, fabulous views. I've just come out of the forest. This track is still quite distinct, and going over them buttresses over there, and we'll see what's beyond. Just looking over there, and that's Beinn in the background. That's next year, the last one I'm going to do. That will be my last Munros next July. Looking forward to that one. That looks quite stunning from here, doesn't it? Wow, look at that. Just come over the brow. That's the cobbler over there. It's not a Munros. Stunning, isn't it? Apparently this area is known as the Alps. This is Sarah and Duncan. We've just been having a chat about how windy Skye is. They're Munros bagging as well. So we're having a pretty good day today. A bit scrambly.
Yeah, a bit scrambly.
Just a wee bit behind Nick, but...
Bit behind Nick on the count.
Wow, that looks great. So that's the final ascent. A bit of a scramble going up there, I think. Just make out a faint track. Definitely got a scramble to do. Very scrambly. Very steep. Quite exciting actually. Thoroughly enjoying it. Great to be back in Scotland. Absolutely breathtaking, fabulous. That was a bit of a scramble. Climbed up a gully. And the top's just beyond over there. So here we are, Beinn Namain. I have to say there's a couple of cairns up here, and there over there in the background is Beinn, the next Munros. So I'm almost at the col between the two. You can see the path climbing up the side of Beinn, and all the clouds gone from the top now, and it's now wrapped in sunshine. The path up the side of Beinn, very well walked, erosion control. Obviously it's quite a popular hill. So there's lots of frost about, ice about. These rocks are very slippy. I'm on the last drag now, the last pull up to the top of Beinn. Clouds came in, but it's just clearing again, so hopefully I'll get a view on the top. So this is the top of Beinn. Trig point is disintegrated, no longer exists. Been up and touched the top. It's very icy. This is Leonard, my daughter's dog, and you all know Stanley. Very icy, very frosty. Fabulous. Absolutely stunning. Wow, that's a better view of the ridge coming off Beinn Namain. Beinn in the background. This is absolutely fabulous. So this is the Beinn you can see down there between the cobbler and the first Munros. And we're going to drop down into said Beinn. Now we do have an option to turn right and go over the cobbler, but in view of the time I'm not going to bother. I don't want to get caught in the dark, so I'm going to drop down the glen back to the car. It's such a shame that the Cobbler isn't a Munro, because it's quite a stunning mountain. Very, very dramatic. Now this track down the glen is manufactured now, quite busy, quite a few people on it. Very easy navigation all the way back. Hi, welcome to day 61 of my Munro challenge. Yes, I'm back in Scotland, couldn't keep away. I'm here for a couple of days trying to bag a few more before the end of the year. So today I decided to walk route number 70. It's Thursday the 4th of November. I parked at the car park at Loch Long, a paying car park. I have to say, most expensive car park I've paid whilst doing my challenge. It was £1 an hour. I had no idea how long I was going to be, so I ended up putting 8 hours in, which I needn't have done. What a fantastic day. The hills round here, the Munros, are known as the Arrochar Alps. They're so rugged, really spectacular to look at. Absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it. Particularly Beinn, the first one, Beinn Namain, extremely rocky, and the very steep gradient pretty much all the way up. You had to be quite careful at the beginning not to miss a path, because it was indistinct and overgrown at first, but very steep climbing through the forest. You did question whether it was a path at first. It looked a little bit like maybe a stream, and it followed these big concrete blocks. Not sure what they were. They looked like footings to some sort of pylon or something like that, for quite a long way. And eventually it opened up, and eventually you got to some pretty good scrambling. I quite enjoyed the scrambling. Nothing serious, but there was a lot of it. Really enjoyable mountain to climb. Once at the top there was several cairns, so I wasn't quite sure which was the top, although there was one built, so I assume that one was the top. But it was very steep descent, bouldery, very slippy. It was icy today, a big frost last night, so I had to be very careful going down. Which took me onto Beinn. You drop down to the col, which is quite a long drop, and it's a very steep drop. And there's a really distinct path at the bottom in the col that you can see climbing all the way to the top of Beinn. Very well used, lots of erosion control, quite a popular walk. I saw quite a few people today, given it's a Thursday in November. Very popular. Very straightforward. The gradient was far easier than the first Munro, so yeah, it's not such a bad climb at all, really. Some great views. The Cobbler stands out quite all the way around, really. All day you kept catching sights of the Cobbler. Very rugged mountain. It's a shame it's not a Munro, not quite high enough, but there is an option to climb the Cobbler on this route should you have time, and unfortunately I didn't, but I would have loved to have tackled it. So the day was just under 10 miles. It took me just under 6 hours, and there was just over 4,400 feet of climbing. So I thoroughly enjoyed being back in Scotland. I've missed it so much these last 4 weeks. I'm here for a couple of days, so hopefully I'll get a few Munros bagged before I head back.